Let me tell you about my first psychedelic trip and how it changed my life forever. My first psychedelic trip happened when I was a third-year student at the University of Arizona in Tucson, Arizona. At this time, I had no idea what psychedelics were. I just heard that you're in college and you must experiment, and this was the time to experiment. My first psychedelic trip happened at a party, and it was actually kind of by accident. My friend gave me 5 grams of dried mushrooms, and he wanted me to keep them until the party began. And 5 grams of shrooms is a lot. Terence McKenna would even say it's a heroic dose. But I had no idea at the time, and actually, I thought those 5 grams were all for me. So I took them, and I had the trip of my life. At this party, people were playing beer pong, but I couldn't really discern what they were doing. It just seemed like globs of color floating in the sky. There was a conversation in the kitchen, and when I tried to listen, everyone sounded like robots trying to pronounce vowels that didn't exist. There was so much activity happening inside the party that everything seemed so chaotic and confusing. So in order to just get my head back onto my shoulders, I walked outside in the courtyard that was empty at the time and sat down on a chair by myself. It was really nice to get some fresh air, and my friend Sarah, who's still my friend, she must have sensed my existential dread, and she came outside and just gave me a really good shoulder massage. And it was incredible. I suggest everyone have a shoulder massage while on mushrooms. But when she did this, I looked up in the sky and I saw this giant black and white ribboned figure, the size of an entire building. And this figure was just oscillating its arms left and right as these ribbons would go in and out of his body. It was an extraordinary sight, not frightening at all, but just magnificent to see this huge figure moving so eloquently through the sky. Seeing this gargantuan figure float in the sky really did something to me. Perhaps it ignited something deep in my childhood, or perhaps it reminded me of my very unique cultural upbringing. So 2 weeks after the trip, I went to the academic office of the University of Arizona. I was a psychology major at the time, but I wanted to add a second major to make sense of this very profound psychedelic experience. So I added a second major in religious studies. Yes, I thought that a combination of psychology and religion could possibly explain this very impactful experience. And did it explain it? I don't know, but here I am, years later, still researching psychedelics. So it's clear that my first psychedelic experience had a profound impact on my entire direction in life. Now that you know about my first psychedelic experience, I want you to tell me about your first psychedelic experience. Leave a comment and let me know about it.